Hello everybody, and welcome back to another great Washington State adventure with your host, the Traveling Monkey. Today we're going to be exploring a place called Weeks Falls to do a little scenic sightseeing and see what the area is all about, followed by a place called Rattlesnake Lake Wilderness Area. So I know I'm excited to see it. I know you probably are too. So sit on back, get comfortable, and let's go see what it's about. See you in a little bit. Alright everybody, we have arrived here at Rattlesnake Lake. We did make a stop at a place called Weeks Falls, but it required you to pay $10 cash or check at the entrance. And unfortunately I did not have $10 cash. So that's my fault for not researching it more before I arrived, right? So we ended up coming back down the mountain and heading over here to Rattlesnake Lake. So welcome to Rattlesnake Lake. Rattlesnake Lake actually got its name not from rattlesnakes, but from dry grass seed pods blowing in the wind on the dry prairie. And one surveyor thought it was a rattlesnake attack, but all it was dry grass seed pods. Pretty cool, huh? I can't believe they're this close to me. This area you see behind me, the lake, was initially a prairie with a town named Moncton. It's kind of hard to believe looking back there, a town used to be there. But it was condemned and flooded in 1915 due to seepage from the Chester Morse Lake Dam, which created the lake. Rattlesnake Lake is now a popular recreation area. It's managed by Seattle Public Utilities, and it's known for its beautiful scenic views, wonderful beautiful trails like Rattlesnake Ledge, and the remains of the former town underneath the lake. And as you just seen a second ago, abundant wildlife. Wow, look at this beautiful tree growing out of this tree stump. It's like the original tree was, God, you could tell it was massive. Probably broke off and then a new one had grown up through it. Like two trees in one. At least that's what it looks like to me. Could just be the same tree, right? Who knows? But yeah, you always gotta expect the unexpected. When I came to Rattlesnake Lake, I never expected to be that close to deer. I didn't even notice them at first. They kind of blend in with the, you know, with all the tree stumps and the everything. And I actually thought they would see me and walk away, you know what I mean? I was kind of being still or walk along the shoreline. But once they kind of zigzag and started getting closer to me, I was going to actually back off because they are a wild animal. They're not a pet. You know, anything can happen. You know, deer can mess you up too, so. But yeah, I'm glad they didn't, obviously. It was a great experience. And I'm not going to lie, my adrenaline was pumping. Even though I was being still, man, my heart was pump, 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 pump. But that was just a really cool experience that I'll probably never get to see again. And I'm grateful for it. That right there made my day. So yeah, I'm having a wonderful day. This is great. Here we go. A fed bear is a dead bear. Your garbage smells like dinner to the bears that live here. Bears who begin to rely on unnatural foods may lose their fear of people and likely be killed for public safety, unfortunately. Because remember, they're not invading our lanes, we're invading theirs. Stop the invasion, it says. Awesome mud snail, right? Yeah. You know, I would like to do some more hiking. Some hiking like up into trails, like up in the hills and stuff, but you know, I don't know if it's good to go alone though, you know what I mean? Some people say, don't go alone, don't go hiking alone. Always carry your bear spray, which I don't have no bear spray, so I need to get some bear spray. Damn, I should have brought my bicycle. Well, maybe next time, right? But, so yeah, check this out. I think those over there are bear boxes, if I'm not mistaken. Right over there. That's what they look like to me. Years ago, you know, before, well, probably 3 or 4 years into the smartphone, I didn't have a smartphone at the time, obviously. I remember camping out at Yellowstone in a tent at the campground, which was kind of freaky at night, hearing sounds, never knowing, right, if it could be a bear or not. And I remember seeing these bear boxes they had, because I remember I left a pop bottle on the picnic table and went down to the restroom. When I come back, I almost got a big $1,000 ticket. Park ranger was not happy with me, which I can understand, you know, I didn't know, right? Just didn't know, right? He told me, you know, you always got to keep stuff like that in a bear box. Even though it's sealed up in a bottle, they can still smell it, so. You know, after that I learned right there, never did it again. These aren't bear boxes, they're trash. Oh, okay. Yeah, it is. You have to stick your hand in there like this and lift it up. So it's not really a bear box, just put your food in if you're cooking out or whatever, but you know, put your trash in so the bears don't get it. I'm sure they might probably still smell it, but I don't think they can get it. I don't know though. I've seen videos where animals open up car doors like bears, so right. Man, this is just quiet and scenic. Just listen to how quiet it is when you don't hear cars blowing their horns, or because there are people around here. It is a recreation area, but listen. Oh, there's a bird feather. You know, I don't know if you've ever been to a place like this. Maybe you've grown up somewhere in a city and never got to experience nothing like this, only seen it on TV, but if you ever get to experience this, you should. I mean, a lot of people still travel on vacations. I think it was more common back in the day, especially when I was little, you know, or even before that, but yeah. It's weird, like when it gets so quiet and the times that you don't hear no cars or anything, it's so quiet your ears kind of go whoa, 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 kind of ring. Because your ears aren't used to complete 100% silence. You know, I don't know, it's kind of weird to explain, but yeah. All right, I think I'm gonna actually cruise down the road here, and I think the road goes down further, so I'm gonna cruise down there, and there's another scenic view area, or not scenic view area, but another area you can park at. I'm gonna go down and check that out, see what kind of views we can see there. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, I just come down to another area. Why does my camera look like it's crooked or something? Just down the road to where the gate closes. Gonna walk down here, and sounds like I hear like a waterfall or something. I'm gonna walk down here and check it out. Yeah, or deer maybe, I don't know. Wow, look how beautiful this is. This is actually more beautiful than the main section you park, which is also beautiful, but I mean, look at this. This is awesome. Wow, it's a lot more peaceful too. This is pretty cool. You can tell someone's had a little fire going at night. Yeah. All the old tree stumps. Oh, there is somebody over there with their little kid, I guess. Oh. It's weird, like I just noticed somebody walking over there with their little kid, and like I didn't notice him when I just first came down here and looked. I didn't see nothing. So it makes you think you really got to keep a lookout, because I mean, like the deer earlier, I didn't see the deer right away. So like if there was a bear down here, I might not see it right away. It might blend in. I might just walk right towards it, right? So definitely got to get some bear spray, especially if I'm going to go deeper into the wilderness sometime. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder how long these have actually been here. Damn. Kind of like they're petrified, like they're stone or something. Maybe they are petrified like stone. What's down there? Oh, trash. Guess somebody, of course, does that surprise you? Somebody used the inside of the tree trunk as a trash can. Yep. Oh, that's where that's coming from. That's where the waterfall somewhere in there. Sounds like a waterfall. It's probably just a creek. It comes right down here into the water. That's a big, big tree trunk. I love the views up there inside the mountains. Look at that. Just imagine if you're how quiet it would be, maybe cold and windy, if you were standing right up on that cliff. Like if you had a tent somewhere down the wooded area on the edge up there to kind of block you from the wind. You're going to camp out 3 or 4 days if you're one of those people that will hike into the wilderness, not be seen for weeks, just living off the land. I couldn't do it because I'm not trained to do that, right? I don't have the experience. It's like, what would I even do if I was, I guess if you were like lost and actually stranded up in the wilderness, you'd have no choice but try to survive. Survive or die, that's it, you know what I mean? Imagine how scary that'd be, especially if you've seen like bears and mountain lions and around every corner something could murder you. You're not top of the food chain anymore when you're up there. You know, there's a lot of things stronger than you that can and probably will eat you if they're hungry. Possibly, you know. Just never know. But it wouldn't be as bad if you were actually trained. You know, had all the experience and survival. You would know what to do. But yeah. Man. There you go, some kind of bird with a long neck. What's that called, a crane? Is it a crane? Not a pelican, like a crane. Not too good with remembering the names, all that stuff, right? But yeah, is it a crane? I don't know. If you know what kind of bird that is, tell me in the comments. Let me know. Well, looks like either this is felt like this or somebody put this here to kind of cross, so we're gonna walk across this thing and hope we don't get wet. That would suck to go the rest of the day with wet shoes. Here we go. Here we go. Whoop. And we made it. I know, it's not the biggest. Oh wow, man, daring. It was so high up, so big, man, over a gorge. Oh Lord. I wonder what these marks are from. Oh, like a chainsaw? Maybe? Something. Don't know. Yeah, they're like in all these trees. Look at this. Maybe like they were little steps cut into the tree to climb it when they were cutting them down, maybe. I think they probably cut these trees down. Because, I mean, they're all... I mean, I didn't think about it earlier, you know, I'm just thinking now, like, they're all like flat on the top, like, not all the trees are going to fall over and be perfectly flat. So yeah, they must have cut them all down. Which I don't know why. I should have kept them all up, man. It'd look cool walking through here if it was all the tall trees sticking up everywhere, you know. Walking down like a sandy little beach area with all the trees. Oh, okay. There's some people down there. No, I was just looking around saying, where'd everybody go? I know they didn't walk past me, but they're down there. Just didn't hear him, didn't see him. Man, look at these trees. Tree trunks. Yeah, that's cool. I just think it's really cool how it looks. It's like they got legs, you know. They're just standing up barely out of the... Well, I'm sure they go pretty deep under there, but... Man. It's like the soil was up a lot higher than this, and then like the waters washed it away. I wonder how big that town was. I gotta check and see how big that town was. How many people were in this town when it was a town. Man. Before the lake was here. Like, where did the town start? Did it have any like wagon trails? Or anything like that? Like, where was the buildings? How many buildings were there? How many people lived there? Started their lives in this beautiful scenic spot. Thinking that, you know, they were gonna spend their whole life here. The perfect place to live. And then the town be condemned and flooded, you know, by a dam, by a man-made structure, right? Places looked a little different before the man-made structures. And when nature just took its course, did what it had to do. Some places flooded, some places didn't. I wonder how many towns are in the United States that have been used to exist, but now a lake there. I know there's one probably up in, was it New Mexico? In Nevada, I think, too. I don't know. I can't remember. I'm going to have to look that up. That's pretty interesting. I'd like to see a few more places like that. Pure untouched wilderness. No power lines up there. No houses. I call that God's country. Pretty cool. Yeah, I just talked to a really nice gentleman and his daughter. The ones that I noticed first out here walking around, and they were kind of telling me a little bit of history about the lake and, you know, the town and everything, and telling me that actually up there on that ledge, that's where the Rattlesnake Ledge Trail goes to, zigzag. You can go all the way up on top of that cliff and overlook everything. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot to tell you, that guy said that all these trees were cut down years ago. He lives around the corner somewhere. He said all these trees were actually cut down years and years and years ago during, like, when they were doing logging and everything. And I said, that's really sad, you know. It would be a lot cooler if they would have been here. Canopies over the beach, right? He said in the wintertime, the water comes all the way up to here. So all this that we're seeing, all these stumps and everything's going to be underwater. Maybe the tops of the stumps will be sticking out, but yeah. Well, we're going to make our way back this way. Back up towards the car. Or maybe back over here somewhere. So I'll see you here in a little bit. All right, everybody, this is where I'm going to sign off at for today. This video don't get too long here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you liked the little walk along the edge of the water and the history of Rattlesnake Lake. And if you did, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it and really help me out. So you guys take it easy, and I'll see you on the next adventure. This is the Traveling Monkey, signing out.